What is up guys, Stark here. In today's video I'm going to be doing a video on the news that was released like yesterday. It's about all the Fate Extra CCC stuff that we are going to be getting. So I'm going to be talking about that a little bit and kind of give you guys an idea of what's happening for the next couple of weeks in Fate. So they did release 4 bits of info on the game, and I'm going to be talking about those, and I'm also going to be talking about a couple of other things that they haven't actually announced yet. But first up is going to be the traditional pre-release campaign thing on Facebook and Twitter. So this is going to be for the BD Strikes Back event, and this will be coming out at a date to be determined later, which will probably be closer to the end of the month. But anyway, they have a post you have to go ahead and like, share, and retweet and like on Twitter. So if we do that, we can get up to 10 Saint Quartz. So it's nothing special, it's never anything special, but for those lucky few who will pull a 5-star character in those 3 pulls of those 10 quartz, it's going to be really helpful. Maybe you need those 10 Saint Quartz to actually get a multi off. So anything free is always going to be better than nothing. So go ahead and like and share those posts, and we should be able to hopefully get our goal and get all of our Saint Quartz and other rewards. So now that one's out of the way, moving on to the next one. It's going to also be about BB, and this is basically just telling us that her event is going to be coming out at a later date. The one interesting thing here though is that you do have to complete Solomon in order to participate in this event. So if you haven't already done so, definitely go ahead and complete Solomon, and it'll be pretty easy for you guys. I'll get to it on a little bit later why that would be that way, but for now I definitely want to complete Solomon. The event that's coming out will be an event that will give you BB, and she is a character from the Fate Extra CCC game. It's not a game I've played before, and honestly I've been considering maybe streaming a lot of these games so I can get more like Fate content out, and I haven't played a lot of them, so I do want to go through and play them. And that might be a good idea, so let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in seeing me stream all the games. Maybe I could start with the original series and go from there. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think below. As for the rest of the news here, this basically is just telling you have to complete Solomon. There's not a whole lot going on here. BB is a 4-star, and she is a new type of servant that we haven't seen on Global yet, and it's going to be the Moon Cancer. And I will talk about her more in her character spotlight, which will be coming out before the event probably. And also there are going to be 5 new characters that are going to be coming, and I'll have all of those spotlights done hopefully before their event is even announced, or not announced, actually comes out to the global, so you guys have an idea of what the characters do before they come out. Alright, so moving on to the third bit of information, and this is going to be the bulk of the news, and this is going to be the Fate Extra CCC Fate Grand Order Special Event pre-release campaign, and there's going to be a whole bunch of different parts to this, so I'm going to go through it part by part and kind of explain to you guys what's going on. So part 1 is going to be half AP up to the final singularity. So as I said before, you have to complete Solomon in order to participate in BB's event, so this will be a perfect opportunity for you to be able to finish up those story missions that you haven't done yet, if you haven't done that, and get that done before BB comes out. Again, there's no announced date for BB, but it will probably be in a couple weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks time, so you guys have plenty of time in order to do that. This campaign period will go from, as of right now of recording this video, it's already out, to the 7th of next month, so plenty of time, so there's no excuse why you guys can't get Solomon completed by then. Part 2 is going to be Nero Claudius is going to have a Battle Sprite and Noble Phantasm update. So she's going to get a new animation for our Noble Phantasm. So I will go ahead and throw that on the screen right now. And hopefully you guys enjoy that. Alright, so we're back. Pretty cool Noble Phantasm. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I really don't know what her old one looks like. I haven't used her that much, and so I don't even remember what the old one looks like. But this one looks pretty cool, so yeah, I'm happy about that. Most of the Noble Phantasm upgrades do look really cool, So, you know, anytime someone gets a new one, I'm definitely happy about that. In addition to that though, she will also be getting an upgrade to her Noble Phantasm for an interlude quest. So you will have to have her at stage 2 Ascension and level 4 Bond in order to unlock this. And then once you complete the quests, which aren't that difficult at all, you'll be able to upgrade her Noble Phantasm. This will take it from, well, this will increase the amount of damage that it deals overall, and this will also inflict more burn damage to that enemy. It's a pretty substantial increase, honestly. You get 300% increase on the damage and 500 extra burn damage each turn, so that's really good. Definitely go ahead and complete that if you do have her. It's not hard. It's definitely not a hard quest, so it should take you maybe like 5-10 minutes to complete. I think there's 2 of them, so just go ahead and do that and get that upgrade to her Noble Phantasm. Moving on to part 4, this is going to be a limited time only Mystic Code available, and this will be from, as of recording, it's out right now, until April 22nd, so you have a couple weeks to go ahead and complete this, so definitely do that. It's not the best Mystic Code out there, but it's limited, so you should definitely go ahead and get it. You know, maybe you'll need it one day, and you don't want to regret the fact that you didn't get it. I do have the battle playing in the background, if you guys are wondering what that was. It's not the easiest of quests, but it's definitely not that hard either, so just bring in like the strongest team and you should be fine. So I am going to go ahead and flash up on the screen what this Mystic Code does, and I will talk about it just a little bit, very briefly though. So again, this is the Memories of the Far Side of the Moon, and like I said, it's not really that good, but it does have a couple skills here. I'll go through them. First one being the Complete Spiritron Elevation, which will increase your party's arts card effectiveness for 1 turn. So that one's a really good one, you know, get a party-wide buff to your arts card. The second one is going to be the Groundwork for Survival, which will grant one servant debuff immunity for 1 turn. And the final one is going to be the Downslide, which will remove one enemy's Noble Phantasm gauge by 1. So really not that flashy, not that special, but if you are doing an arts team, then this could be a viable option with that, you know, party-wide buff. And if you have an enemy that gets a really fast Noble Phantasm gauge increase, then you could use Downslide in order to reduce that enemy's gauge by 1. So it does have, you know, a few spots that you could use it in, but overall you probably won't be using it too often. It doesn't need that much EXP to max out though, which is very good. Alright, so moving on to part 5, and this is going to be a new look for my room. Basically, they just changed the way that my room looks, so it has a different image, and I believe it has different music as well, so if you're interested, check that out. It's nothing special, but it is pretty cool that they do things like that, you know, spice up the aesthetics of the game. Moving on to part 6, this is going to have all of the Fate Extra series servants have their interlude cost half AP. So there are quite a few of them, so I'll just go ahead and list them all right now. Nero Claudius, Nero Claudius Bride, Emiya, Gilgamesh, Robin Hood, Elizabeth, Karna, Cuchulainn, Drake, Tamamo no Mai, Nursery Rhyme, Hans, Tamamo Cat, and Lubu. So if you have any of those characters and you haven't already completed their interludes, then this would be the best opportunity with half AP in order to go ahead and get that done. So you should definitely take that opportunity to do so. And then part 7 is going to be the same thing. The Fate Extra series servants will have their strengthening quests at half AP. So there's only a couple of them, so it'll be Emiya, Robin Hood, Elizabeth, and Lubu. So if you have any of those, then go ahead and do their strengthening quests to get their skills upgraded. And then moving on to the final bit of information, this is going to be the gacha that is going to be coming out, or the banner that is coming out with the Fate Extra CCC event. So this will bring out a couple of limited 5-star characters. So we have Gilgamesh, we have Bride Nero, we have Tamamo no Mai, we also have Karna in there, and then basically all the servants in the game are going to be included into this banner. And they'll be split up into different days, so I'm not going to go through each day individually, but you know, you'll have one day with Nero, one day with Gilgamesh, one day with Karna, one day with Tamamo. There's some days where more than one are on the same banner day, and then the final day will have all of them on the same banner. So if you do want any of those servants, then you should definitely, you know, consider pulling for that. Me personally, I might throw a few for Gilgamesh or Tamamo. I've been trying to get the 2 of them for quite some time now, and I might go ahead and just, you know, do maybe 1 or 2 pulls. Not gonna go too crazy, because there's going to be a new banner coming out with a whole bunch of new servants, and you know, I might want to save my courts for that. It is also a good opportunity to get some craft essences. You know, it has Victor of the Moon, it has another ending, a fragment of 2030. So there are quite a few different good options that you could get. So overall, it's not a bad banner. If you do want any of those servants, then you know I definitely wouldn't fault you for pulling on this banner. In addition to that, though, like I said, there are going to be 2 banners actually for the Fate Extra CCC event, and you know I would definitely recommend saving for those banners if you are deciding to pull. I will be making character spotlights for each of those characters. There will be 4 characters in total, plus the one for BB, which is the event servant. So, you know, definitely stay tuned for those videos, kind of give you an idea of whether or not you want to pull or save or not. But they are pretty good characters, and most of them do have new classes. They're all, well, not all of them, but they have alter egos. So 3 of the 4 characters on the banner are alter egos, and those would be the only characters like that. So it would be a good opportunity to, you know, add those to your team, because no one will have them going into it. But like I said, I will make character spotlights for them, and you know, stay tuned for that to make your own decisions. But if you do want Gilgamesh, if you want Karna, well, maybe not so much Karma. If you want Bride Nero or Gilgamesh, then you know, definitely go ahead and pull. The name of the game is getting the characters that you want. They're all good. So it really just depends on what characters you want and what characters you want to use. So don't let me stop you, but that's just my opinion. I'm letting you guys know that, you know, this event is coming out, and there will be a whole bunch of new characters and new classes and a whole bunch of new things coming to the game. So maybe just hold back on spending all of your quartz on this current banner. So that's pretty much going to wrap up this video, guys. I know it wasn't really that in-depth or anything like that. It's just a little bit of an overview for news, and I do want to stay on top of the news and make videos for news as it gets released. So expect more videos like this, and hopefully, you know, we do have a couple weeks between now and the start of BB, so I should be able to get all 5 of those spotlights done and ready to go. Maybe make a video for the actual event overview and things like that. So hopefully all this will be done before the event actually comes out. So I'm going to try my best to do that. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, I have the links below to my Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and Discord, so feel free to check those out, and I will see you guys next time.